today. Awesome. So just a couple shout outs this today, which Derek stole my phone, so I don't have it. I'll do shout outs at the end. Derek stole my phone and I have the screenshot on it and I don't know how to get to it from my computer. So I'm going to have to do celebrations afterwards. We do have 2 new coaches, Brittany with Shelby, and then Jenna signed up her first coach, Krista, as well, which is pretty exciting. It's always exciting when somebody locks in that first coach. I always feel like that locks in like your first accountability partner, right? Like your first person that's like, all right, we're in this together. I'll stick it out. And I also always think if you can do one, you can do another. And if you can do another, and you can do another. And that's, you guys, how I built my entire team, one coach at a time. There was a time when I signed up one coach. It was my mom. And then I made my sister sign up. And then I made Mike sign up. And then I made my best friend Lisa sign up. And then from there, I actually had a friend that was like, hey, I think I'll do that too. And so I just slowly started gaining person at a time, one person at a time. I started with my warm market, the people I knew, and then I grew out from there eventually. Okay. So if you can find one coach, you can find another. I promise. There is somebody else out there that needs your help. Okay. Okay. Other than that, you guys, I want to jump right over to the video. We're going to do a video every single team call this month because I have a ton of really good ones that I want to get to you guys. And unfortunately, the only way we can see them is through my Facebook on the new leaders call. So, but I want to get your guys' opinion about which one you want to watch today. So I'm going to screen share and I'll kind of tell you guys what they're about. And you guys let me know which one you think sounds like what you're interested in learning today. Let me find this group here. Okay. So we have a couple options here. So we listened last week to Nicolette. She had a ton of information. I know we were all like, wait, what? Like that was like overload of information, but it was all really good. And it was really just information on how to get your coach signed up and how to get them started right as a coach. So we are going to start implementing some of that stuff. I know Tennille and Alicia and I have been talking about like getting people on board as coaches and really giving them like a new start package and what needs to go into that package. And is it like the power hour and a copy of the compensation plan or a copy of the commission that you get? So we are kind of starting to put some of that stuff together. If you're interested in being part of it, let me know. If you're good at like Excel or Word, or you like making documents, or you like organizing or stuff like that. I mean, I love doing that kind of stuff, but again, I always think that like the more people I can get involved, the better. And everybody has their hands on what built this team to be what it is. I think that's really important too. So that is what she spoke about last week. So we can either go into her part 2, because she did do a video up here because people had tons of questions about her video. So we can either watch her part 2, which is like answering questions from the video that she did, or we can move on to the next one. How do I? Okay, so then we have, gosh, they were all really good. So Holly Hillier, she talks about like building diamond teams and how to create a diamond culture. Moira talks about, so I know Emily, she talks about like social media, how to do reels, how to gain followers, things like that. This girl right here, I don't remember her name. She's got the long blonde hair. She talks about like how to just stay motivated and how to gung-ho build your team. I loved her video. And then you also have Moira over here. So if you guys have a preference of like who you want to hear from, like social media or building a diamond team, or if you want to hear from the top coach Moira, or if you want to hear about just like power hours and building the business every single day, we can go to her. Or if you want to hear more about getting started right for coaches, we could do the part 2 from Nicolette. What are you guys thinking?
Hi, coaches. I am so excited to talk to you today about what I get.
Does anybody have an opinion, or do you want me to just start clicking and we'll just pick one? I don't know. We could like do eeny, meeny, miny, mo if we want to do that. I'll do it. Let me see here. They're all good, and we're going to listen to all of them eventually anyway. In my notes, I went to Moira. If no one has an opinion, we'll just go to Moira next. Okay, it's an 11-minute video. And then from there, you guys, I'm going to kind of pass it over to Tennille as well. Oops, we might have a chat. Doesn't matter to me. Awesome. I'm going to choose them. All right, we're going to go to Moira. Okay. I think she has a lot of good information here. She talks a lot about recruiting. So I think this is going to be really important for all of us, because that's kind of part of the process now, right? Like, we all got our health together. We're all in it. Now, how can we reach down and help that next person get in line? Okay. So let's go ahead and listen to her and hear what she has to say for us. Let me make sure my volume is up. Okay, here we go.
Hi, coaches. I am so excited to talk to you today about what I guess is the number one thing that you want to know: how to recruit coaches. Let me start by telling you that I remember being exactly where you are. I was sitting at my new leader conference just 4 years ago. I was full of hopes and dreams. I believed wholeheartedly in the mission of what we do as coaches. But I was perplexed by a lot of the how-to. At that point, I knew how to get challengers on board, but I sure didn't know how to recruit working coaches. I knew that building a team was not only going to fulfill my heart, but I also understood that the long-term sustainable income growth that I wanted was going to come from the many, the team, not just the one. So my goal at the beginning of 2017 was to figure out how I could recruit 10 coaches a month. And I can tell you, it didn't happen in month 1. It didn't happen in month 2, 3, or 4, but it did happen. It happened by consistently showing up, never giving up, and constantly pouring myself into not only learning from the best of the best, but by putting that into massive action. I learned so much that year, and I actually ended up finishing number 5 in the company at the end of that year. Little old me, who is right where you are today. Okay, you guys, let's talk about how we're gonna do this. Well, you need a system. One of my favorite quotes these days is by James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits. He says, "We do not rise to the level of our goals, we fall to the level of our systems." Again, we do not rise to the level of our goals, we actually fall to the level of our systems. Without having systems in place, you really don't have a business. When you do have systems in place, your business runs like a well-oiled machine. You're not waking up every day and overwhelmed. There's a plan in place to follow. So, what's the first thing in the system? Number 1, you're going to talk more about coaching. One of the major shifts that I had that pivotal year was that I started tracking how often I was actually talking about coaching. Up until that point in my business, all I really talked about was my challenge group and my journey on my social media. In this business, you will get what you talk about. You can't plant apple seeds and expect to grow oranges. So I decided to start talking about coaching daily. Not necessarily a call to action every day, but I planted a breadcrumb about how coaching was impacting my life, how this community had changed me, the difference this new income had made in my life, the vision I had for my future, the trip that I was trying to earn to take my husband on. People started to see that for me, It was truly the coaching experience that had impacted my life more than anything. So I want you to add to your tracker, talk about coaching. You guys, when you plant more coaching seeds, you will recruit more coaches. Number 2, coach sneak peeks. You have to invite to this amazing opportunity. For the first 6 months that I was a coach, my upline would have sneak peeks that I could invite to, and I did. I invited a couple people like the day before when I remembered it was happening. And as you could probably guess, that didn't end up panning out the way I wanted it to in regards to building a team. So I decided to get outside my comfort zone and run my own. The power of that one decision was this. I had a group starting, and if I didn't fill it, it was gonna fall flat. I lit my own fire under me because I had to fill it. So what was the action that I took? Well, I focused on the only thing I could control. I could control how many people I invited. I couldn't control how many people accepted the group. I couldn't control how many people participated. I couldn't control how many people ended up enrolling. So each month I made it my goal to invite 100 people. Maybe only 10 people got in my group. Maybe only 2 people joined my team. But I had 2 new coaches that were ready to run. And guess what? I leveled up as a leader by taking ownership. There's one more important thing that I want to add here, because to this day, I do think it is the most important part of this process. Once I get somebody in the group where I'm sharing that sneak peek info, I become best friends with them. I connect with them on the side. I get vulnerable. I ask a ton of questions, and I truly build relationships. Guys, I wish that I could say as a top coach, people just swipe up on my Instagram and sign up with me, but it's not that easy. And the reality is, I wouldn't love doing what I do if it was. I spend hours connecting and building relationships, and that is the main reason people join me to this day. Number 3, Success Club 10 by the 10th. You have to lead from the front. On my team, we have a culture, SC 10 by the 10th, or at a minimum, SC by the 10th. I started to realize early on that my coaches weren't going to follow in my footsteps, that they may be more likely to do half of what I did or even a quarter. So I needed to truly up my game. I needed to hit higher Success Club numbers to show them what was possible. And you guys, we all know that's just talking to more people. The second piece of that puzzle was I needed to do it early. I made it non-negotiable for myself to onboard all my challengers in the first 2 weeks of the month so that I had time to focus on my sneak peeks the last 2 weeks of the month. Let's dig deeper on why this is so crucial. First off, there's power in starting a group together on the same day. They have instant community and sisterhood. Second, there's a real start date and therefore real urgency to enroll. I don't know about you, but none of my people decide to enroll until it becomes urgent. Third, I'm not in people's inboxes every day of the month offering them a spot in my boot camp. They start to understand that there's an opportunity that they need to jump in, or they won't have that opportunity until next month, perhaps. Lastly, and this is the biggest one, now I have 2 full weeks left in the month to focus on recruiting, to run my sneak peeks, to get on the phone with potential coaches, to build deeper relationships. I also have those last 2 full weeks to help my coaches get in Success Club, to equip them, to get on one-on-one calls with them, to encourage them, build belief, and help them. I'm not stressing out trying to get Success Club on the last day of the month. Instead, I'm focused on growing my team and helping them grow theirs. Number 4, last but not least, you have to manage your time. I truly believe that the difference between diamond level coaches and elite coaches boils down to 2 things: mindset and the ability to manage their time. You have to lean into managing your time. And guess what Beachbody has given you? The Success Club System Tracker. You guys have in front of you exactly what you need to do. But here's the magic question. Do you have when you are doing your power hour penciled in every day? I used to wake up in the morning and play whack-a-mole. I'd open up my computer and I would just respond to what was coming at me, trying to juggle work, being a mom, being a wife, my home, and coaching all at the same time. Nothing makes us more inefficient and crazy than trying to multitask. Nowadays, I own my time instead of letting it own me. When I open my computer on a Monday morning, I know exactly what I'm doing and in what order and in what time. Let me tell you how I set that up. First off, on Sunday, I take about 20 minutes to schedule out my entire week. All my power hours, my appointments, my calls, and family stuff get scheduled in. Then I dig a little deeper into the rest of the to-do list. And I look at my list and I number everything in order of IPA, income producing activity. Then I take out my calendar and I time slot those things into my day. What we realize at this point is that we have way more time than we think we do. When I sit down, I do number one on my list first. Here's a hint. That number one income producing activity, that would be inviting. And if life throws me a curveball, which it does almost every day, I just rejuggle my day to ensure that I get the most IPA done no matter what. Some things will get bumped into the next day, but that's okay because I got the things that move the needle forward the most done. So let's recap. What actions are you going to take when you get home? What things are you putting into your system? Number one, you're going to start talking way more about coaching and you're going to track how often you're actually doing that. Number two, you're going to take ownership of running your own coach sneak peeks every month. Number three, you're going to lead from the front. You're going to make it your goal to hit Success Club 10 by the 10th. Number four, you're going to own your time instead of letting it own you. Why? Because you're a boss. You're committed to this business now and you're not just interested anymore. When we're interested in doing something, we do it when it's convenient. We do what's comfortable. But that's not you. You've got big dreams that you absolutely deserve. And there is nothing stopping you from going out there and getting them. You guys, it's my hope that you leave here this weekend empowered with the knowledge, the mindset, and the belief that you can become anything you want in this world and that you can create a business beyond your wildest dreams.
All right, Moira. Yeah. What time is it? Oh, 8:24. Perfect. So, Tennille, did you want to kind of lead, like talking about what you found most from here? Cool.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. I love Maura. I actually did not start following her until she actually became the #1 Beachbody coach. And I'm like, oh, who's this girl? And here we have a lot in common. I mean, not a lot, but we have some things in common that I connect with her. So that was cool. I enjoyed watching her video. Okay, so she started talking about recruiting and how to recruit. I know that I've met with a couple of my coaches about recruiting and about how the cold messaging has just gotten a bad rep. It's something we still need to do, obviously, but we need to flip it in a different way. Instead of inviting them maybe on our team, maybe start inviting them to a coach sneak peek or a 14-day free trial group. Like flip it into maybe, running a free group for a week or 2 weeks. And that way they get the excitement like, ooh, something's free. Everybody loves the word free. So instead of saying, oh, I want to invite you on my team, but you have to invest in this and that, maybe flip it a little bit and invite them to actually to something. And I love how she talked about long-term, the income that she makes, the financial, income that she wants. It's going to be a long-term team. This is a team effort. It's not an individual effort. I can't make my own income, but in order for me to be successful, I have to help you ladies become successful. So that's a long-term successful team as a vision for me. 10 coaches a month, she talked about. I mean, that just blows my mind. Are we capable? I mean, absolutely. We are capable what we put our mind to, more than what we can imagine. I know since the new year, since doing 9-week Control Freak, I haven't only taken control of my workouts. 2 years ago, we signed up 30 coaches in 30 days. Wow, that's amazing. Like, that is incredible. Absolutely.
That's when you joined Tennille.
Yeah.
Right after T20, like I came back from the cruise, and we literally, because I had that meeting with Jason. Do you remember when I had that meeting with that Jason?
Yeah.
He had told us that he signed up a coach a day, and we were like, what? So at that time, we signed up a coach a day on the team. Like, maybe it wasn't just me, but our team, we had signed up 30 coaches in 30 days during that time, after we had been exposed to the possibility, it was really cool. We got to get back into that.
Yeah. And that's crazy. I mean, I feel it. I feel it's rising though. And I'm sure you girls feel it too. Like, we're getting back. We got through 2020, we got through the pandemic. Stuff is starting to settle down. We got a new president. Like, the shift happened. Now, like, let's get back and let's figure out how to get our momentum back. And I feel it building. I mean, Team Cup has really taken off. I seeing some girls step up and even, stepping out of their comfort zone, if that's social media or running their own groups or something like that. But I feel the momentum building. So I'm excited to see what we're capable of, because we can do it. Never giving up, being consistent, and then massive action. Do a little bit, but then do a little bit more on top of that, because we can do more. I mean, I feel like this past month, I mean, I just did a coach sneak peek like a week ago, and now we're running a free 14-day trial. But like, that keeps my momentum going. That consistency of running a free group. Yes, I have days where I'm like, whew, I need a nap, or I need to just stay off my phone for, an hour or so. But then I jump right back into it. Like, hosting those free groups and the coach sneak peeks. Like, it's a lot. I know it's a lot, but oh my gosh, it's exciting. Even if you get one girl from those groups, it keeps the momentum going too, the accountability, because you have to show up. You don't have an option. Like, you told all those people to join this group, so you have to show up for them. And then she talked about the system, the 1, 2, 3, and 4. Talk more about coaching daily, not only our accountability groups. And I really liked that, because she even said coaching is what impacted me. Like, this meeting, like, and gathering every month, and doing things as a group and Zoom workouts and all that, like, who shows up to all that? It's us coaches. I couldn't be a struggle bus. I had to show up for the free. Yes, Carrie, you and I both, remember? I think it was yesterday. You and I were messaging each other, and we're like, oh, we're struggling today. And then I worked out, and then you seen that I worked out. So you're like, dang it, I got to get my butt in gear. So Carrie worked out. Like, we just know we have to do it. Yes, some days we don't feel like it, and some days are hard, but just do it. It'll pay off. So talking about coaching more on a daily basis, how it's impacted us, the income it has given us, our vision and what we see as a coach, the gifts and the earning, those trips, talking about that a little bit more on social media, because that's what it's about. Yes, our challengers are in our challenge accepted group on Facebook, and yeah, we check in with them and run some free groups for them, but really it's about coaching. It's about getting together, working out together on Zoom, doing retreats, having gatherings, and that just that one-on-one feeling connected with each other. The coaching is what really has impacted me, and I'm sure it's impacted you ladies as well. And then number 2, she talked about the coach sneak peek. I just ran a coach sneak peek at the beginning of this month. Did I get a coach from it? No. But did I get customers? Yes. And those customers, I see potential in them coaching. I love, I don't know, after doing this coach sneak peek and then running this free 14-day trial right now, I love the impact it has made on other women from the outside, because a lot of people really don't know what we're about. They have their own vision, they have their own expectations. Oh, those Beachbody girls. But do you really know who we are? And if you don't, come join us for free and get some gifts and earn some prizes and get some recipes and some motivation. And I feel like these free trials are girls that are really interested. I don't think somebody nosy is going to join our group and just come and watch us every day and be nosy about what we do. Like, they're not going to waste their time. So if they take the time to message you back and want to join, they have a slight interest. And hopefully our story and our why and our motivation and encouragement through this 14 days is going to get them to buy that challenge pack. So the 14-day trial is running in the middle of the week. So it will be done, I believe, on the 21st. So that will give us a week to get those challenge packs sold. That will give us the last week of the month to get those challenge packs sold, use those $10 coupons. And even, I mean, we do this as a team, ladies. Like, Brooke has a girl that she's been talking to. Her and I had a meeting, and oh my gosh, amazing. She stepped up and messaged some girls that messaged on her post, and she got a girl to do the 14-day free trial. And we're like, Brooke, plug her in with us. Like, we'll make you an admin. Like, you join us too, and just plug her in. Like, we're in this together. And it's super cool just to know that we're a team that helps each other out. We're not selfish. We're not just here to, get as many girls as we can under us. No, we're here to help each other out. So that was really cool to see the team come together and invite Brooke into our Team Cup Fly 14-day trial. And then actually we have some pretty active girls in that sneak peek, or in the 14-day free trial. We have some active challengers in there, and we had a good idea to send little gift bags this week. So this week we're going to send some Energize, we're going to send some Shakeology, a handwritten note. I'm so excited you decided to join our group. You're killing it. And yeah, I hope to see you succeed at the end, or just something personable. But also they'll get a little gift from us, and they're going to be like, wow, she really does care. She is seeing me post, and she's excited that I'm on this journey. So that's something too that we can do to encourage them along the way, and know that it's more personable than it is just your number. So number 2, that was the coach. That was the sneak peek. Now, something I want to start doing, on my coach sneak peek that I ran, I wanted 75 girls jumping on. I didn't get that many, which is fine. It was just a number goal that I had. Next time I'll still try for 75. Like, I'm not going to lower my goal because I didn't get there. So I'm going to keep trying. So there's 12 months out of the year. This month, a couple of my coaches and I have discussed that we want to do 6 coach sneak peeks and 6 14-day free trial runs. And this is something that is going to keep us busy. Every single month, we're going to have something running. And that way it keeps our motivation up. It keeps us accountable. It keeps us going. It's not too much. The one whole week sneak peek that I did, it probably was too much. Because I had a couple girls jump on and do some videos, but for the most part, I posted every day. And it was a lot. So the next coach sneak peek that I do, I might run it like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So instead of doing all 7 days, maybe do like 4 days. And I think that's perfect because you don't want to lose their interest either. And then I messaged every single person that joined that group. Ellen's mom even plugged girls in to that sneak peek. So I even messaged those women yesterday. Like, not only was my coaches and us girls plugging girls in there, but we had customers plugging their friends into it, which was awesome. And I kind of like, just simply, hey, I seen that you were in the sneak peek and see that you commented about some things. I just wanted to check in to see if you had any questions, see if you're interested in coaching, not interested in becoming a customer, but interested in coaching. And then I got some responses back saying, no, I'm not interested in coaching currently. Well, that's great. Did you ever think about just coming on board as a customer? Okay. Always ask that coach option first, and then you can bring it down a level if you need to. But you have to make sure you share that coaching opportunity. And then I love how she talks about leveling up. Okay. We feel like we're going at a level, but really, can we level up a little bit? Yes, we can. We can post more. We can get on and do live more. We can get on and do videos more. There's so much more we can be doing. Schedule it in. I post our recipes every day in our 14-day free trial. I schedule those in. I look at that group in the morning, and then I probably peek in that group in the evening. Barely am I in there during the day unless somebody goes live or something. And leveling up, I have gone live every day this week. Like, that's new for me. It's crazy. I have gotten on there every single day and done a live video. Do I look like a hot mess? Absolutely. Do I have a face on sometimes? Yes. But I'm a real and raw person, and I'm not going to show up and pretend. Like, this is who I am. I'm a coach, so I don't have to put a face on every day. I'm a stay-at-home mom. So if I want to wear my slippers around the house and look like a hot mess, I'm able to, So I have that option because I am an entrepreneur and I run my own business. So, okay. Number 3, Success Club, 10 by the 10th. I love that. I'm struggling, y'all, with Success Club. I'm not going to sit here and lie about it. I haven't hit Success Club in a couple months, but that's okay. I'm not giving up. I'm not going to think it's not doable. I know it's doable. It's just right now, it's just not happening for me. It's not that I'm not inviting and I'm not putting in the effort and putting in the work. It is what it is. But I'm still going to grind every day. I'm still going to invite, and I'm still going to do free groups and do the things that get me to where I want to be. Because I know at some point, all those seeds that I planted, they're going to start growth somewhere. So I'm going to keep pushing. And I like how she talked about, having something to invite to, like a start date. My coaches on the Believers team, they have stepped up so much in helping run these groups, and it helps me tremendously, and it helps them get out of their comfort zone too. So running a group together so one person isn't exhausted, and putting all their effort into just that group. And then the monthly opportunities, I have that written down under Success Club. It is what it is. Challenge packs, getting them sold, and which is something I have a bunch of, since I've been doing this 2 years now, I'm having a lot of monthly Beachbody renewals, like a whole year renewal. So what I need to do, which this just popped in my head while I'm talking, but I need to catch those before it happens. Because if I would catch those girls before it happens, I can maybe get them a challenge pack if they never have had a challenge pack through me. I know I can't, I don't think I can get Success Club points off them double. But if they haven't had a challenge pack before, I believe I could get a Success Club point. Is that right, Jenny?
I think if it's over, don't 100% quote me, if it's either over 6 months or a year, you can get Success Club points again for them. It has to be a certain time frame. I'll have to look up what the actual time frame is, but if it's been a certain amount of time, you can get points from them again. I actually did that twice this month. I had 2 people that were having their bod memberships renew, and we signed them up with challenge packs, which got me 4 Success Club points for somebody that was just going to stay in it. And I was like, listen, you could pay $60 more, get some extra portion cups, get Shakeology, get the new recipe books, and it really worked out. So that, I love that you said that, because that's exactly what I did this month. And it helped tremendously when it came to Success Club points. People that were already purchased.
Right. Well, and I have the $10 off codes. Though they could probably use those as well. I mean, just an opportunity. Hey, I see that your 1-year Beachbody membership is about to renew. I have a $10 off coupon. Would you like to use it to get some extra product? Like, come on. Yes. Well, I'm doing work. I know what I'm doing tomorrow. Okay. And number 4. Number 4 is manage your time. I am so proud of myself. I have not watched TV in probably 3 weeks. Like, not at all. It's crazy. I mean, we don't have cable or anything. We just have Disney Plus, but still there's shows on there that I can definitely sit and watch. And maybe you don't think it's a big issue, or, people do have their favorite shows, which is fine. And people like watching TV. That's totally fine. You do you. But I have seen a big difference in my action by just not sitting and watching TV during the day. I mean, because it's really easy to do. I'm a stay-at-home mom. It's really easy to grab the kids and lay on the couch and watch a movie. And there's nothing wrong with that, once in a while. But during the pandemic, I was watching a lot of TV. Like, I was watching a lot of shows, and it was hurting me. And I could tell. And now that I haven't in 3 weeks, I can tell a big difference. I mean, I've ran a sneak peek. I'm running another, we're running another group now. I'm having meetings with my coaches. Like I'm in my coach office daily now. Like I'm managing my time a lot better because I'm not watching TV. And that's just a part of it. Success Club tracker. I would love to get this back out. I know I do things every day, all day long, that are on that tracker. But if I actually set an hour apart to sit down and do all those things and manage what's important to what's least important, I think I'll get the important things done first. I mean, I get up in the morning and I sit down to go pee and I'm messaging girls back in my messaging box. Like, that's not managing time very well, but that's what I do. I get up in the morning, I look at the control freak chat and see how bad the workout was in the morning, and then I start messaging girls even before I have my Energize or workout or anything. So maybe I need to manage that a little bit better and prioritize what's more important. Because I like how she said sending out those messages, income produce activity. Sending out messages and inviting girls either to a free group or just to your team, that's important. That's what's going to make your income. And if that's the most important thing on my list to do a day, to be honest with you, it's not the first thing I do. I usually get up and I check messages. I message girls back. I do some cute videos and then drink my Energize. Then I work out. And then maybe, I get to messaging in the afternoon. So maybe it's a thing that in the evening, I come up with some messages or I write something out to invite them. And then early in the morning, I send out 10 messages. And at least I have 10 sent out in the morning. And that's the most important thing on my list to do. And then own your time. I like how Sundays she sits down and she goes over her schedule for the week and she actually schedules it in her book. And then she realizes how many time slots she has open to get things done. I have managed my time better with that as well, the time slots. I don't scroll anymore through social media. It was getting pretty bad. And I like to go through a message on people's chats or people's posts, but it was getting bad. Like I was doing that, but I was still reading and looking and scrolling. So I had to stop that altogether. And that's okay though, because, I've noticed in the last 3 weeks, it has made a difference. But I like scheduling things on Sundays and getting things on a time slot to see how much time I actually have in the day where I'm just sitting and not doing anything. All right. And then at the end, she just said, what actions? Number 1, talk more coaching. Number 2, I'm tired, y'all. Number 2, your own sneak peek. Number 3, lead from the front. And number 4, own your time. So that's kind of what I got from the video. I don't know if Jenny wants to share what she got, but it was definitely helpful. So thank you for sharing with us, Jenny.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought I really liked her video too. And it's funny because so I'm actually going back through the notes that I took during leadership and then watching it again. I made side notes that I didn't catch the first time I watched it. And so I have notes beside notes now. And then it was even you said some things that I still didn't have wrote down. And I'm like, dang it. Now I've got scribbles in there too. But I did I'm going to look up that book that she had recommended. I just want to make sure everybody heard that, Atomic Habits. I've never heard it before. So I am going to kind of take a look at that. Maybe I can just download the audiobook or something, but I just know that if she's taking the time to recommend it, it's probably something we can all learn from. So I'm going to write that down. I love the idea of just waking up with a plan rather than waking up and going, when am I going to, okay, what am I going to do today? Like you just wake up going, hey, first thing I need to hit my workout. First thing I need to hit my invites. First thing, it's like waking up with a plan. I love that idea. I feel like I've gone back and forth with waking up with a plan. And then I fall into like little slumps where I'm just like winging it in the morning. And I think that's the difference between why she has a top coach team and I have a decent team, like that's the difference between sticking with those habits every day, regardless of whether I'm falling in a slump or not. So those times that I wasn't waking up and hitting my plan in the morning, she was, and that's where you'll see the difference because her and I have been coaches the same amount of time. We joined at the same time. And so seeing that is like, man, if I just would have applied myself as much as she was applying herself, would I be right where she was or is, So it's just things like that that you can start to look at. And not that I want to like compare myself to her, like, oh, look what she's doing, look what I'm doing. It's not that. It's like, wow, look what's possible. Look what's possible when you actually apply yourself. I'm not jealous of her. I want to know what she's doing differently because I want to do what she's doing and I want to have what she has. It's not like poor me. It's like, give me more. Like, what are you doing that I'm not doing, And so she inspires me. She inspires me to let me know, wow, I really could be doing a top team. Her and I joined as single coaches at the same time. And look what she built and look what I built, which have been great. But man, if I would have applied all those daily habits that she was doing, would I have continued to grow right along where she was, And I think sometimes that also comes down to like, she had the support of Amy and then my coach quit after 3 months. And I'm wondering, I'm like, man, if I would have had that support, would I have stuck up there? And so you got to look at all these factors and just be like, okay, but that's not my journey. Her journey isn't my journey, but I can use her as inspiration and motivation as well to know what's possible. That you can join this team and go and watch somebody build their team right alongside of you and get to the top coach. Like watching her do that, I've been like, dang, if she can do it, like I can do it. Because when I first joined, Melanie Mitro was top coach. And they literally talked about her being top coach, like as in she was untouchable. And that she was top coach for like the first 3 years that I was a coach. So to me, being top coach like seems so out of reach. But now that Moira and I have joined this Beachbody at the same time, and she's been in the coaching the same time, and now she's top coach, I'm like, oh, well, if she can do it, I think I could do that too. It actually kind of opened my eyes to being like, wow, I actually watched somebody over the years build their business to the top. And it really opened my eyes and the doors to what's possible for anybody that's willing to put in the work, anybody that's willing to get the habits right, to get that schedule in, to get that mindset right, and never falter. I'm sure she probably has bad days. I'm sure she probably has days where like she doesn't feel like it, right? But I bet she still shows up. I bet she still does 1 more invite, 2 more invites. I do have wrote down here like small steps. I don't think she actually said that, but it was something that reminded me of it. Like, could you send 1 more invite? Could you check in with 1 more person before you to bed? Like even with Tennille not doing TV, it's like, okay, so now let's replace that time that we would have not watched TV with something positive. Okay, I'm not watching TV, or that time I would have watched TV, now I'm putting my power hour in there, right? So make sure you're switching up too. So it's like if you're going to remove something from your life, make sure you're planting something in there that's also going to continue to build you up. Because if you don't, what happens? You probably fall back into those old habits, right? And so make sure you're really placing something in place of those times. And start small steps, you guys. 1 more person. If you can sign up 1 coach, you can sign up another. I'm not asking you to sign up 10 coaches next month, but what if we wrapped our heads around signing up 10 coaches a month? What kind of effort would I need to put in to sign up 10 coaches a month? Okay, I'm probably gonna have to talk to like a lot more people, right? Okay, then in 30 days, if I need to talk to like 100 more people, that's 1 to 3 people a day that I need to talk to, right? Like, how can I break that down into small, attainable steps that I can take every day to get me there? That's the compound effect, you guys. The compound effect is all about numbers and daily habits. Okay. If you can do something every single little day over time, that is going to grow. Okay. So just keep that in mind when you guys are thinking like, oh my God, 10 coaches a day. Oh, that seems crazy. Okay. But let's break it down, right? Let's take I'm not going to take it personally. Let's take my emotions out of it, right? Let's remove myself from it and say, what would it take to sign up 10 coaches? Okay, how can I break that down into something that seems attainable for me? I'm probably going to have to put more effort in. Okay, I'm probably going to have to schedule 30 minutes extra for myself every single day to make sure I'm sending these 10 extra invites, right? So if we have that goal, we have to make sure our effort is also matching it. You can't sit there and say, I want to sign up 10 coaches a month and then turn around and go and watch TV, right? Like it's not going to happen. You have to also make sure if you've set that goal for yourself that you have the daily habits to actually back up and get to those goals. Okay. So if you're wanting to hit Success Club 10 by the 10th, how many people do you need to speak to in the beginning of the month to make sure you're hitting that? Okay. So really breaking it down, removing the emotions from it. That's what I've been doing lately. I don't know if the 4 agreements is just like in my head like crazy. I've been removing the emotions from everything. I'm just like, okay, if I take out the fact that I am like emotional about that, what's the real issue here? What's the real bottom line here? Like I've just been breaking things down, and it's nice actually to remove my emotions from it. like instead of saying, oh my God, I could never sign up 10 coaches, that just seems so crazy. That's emotional. Okay. That's your emotions coming in. That's your mindset going like, you can't do it. And I'm like, wait, what if I just set all that aside? Right? Like, let's set the emotions aside. Let's set all the doubts and whatever aside. Right? We can always come back to those. They'll still be there. But physically, what kind of actions do I need to do to get there? If I want to sign up one more coach, if I have a coach and I need one more coach, how can I get there? How could I get to Emerald? How many people do I need to speak to a day? How many times do I need, or what kind of results do my current challengers need? Break it down, remove the emotions from it, okay? And break it down to business, honestly. How many people do I need to speak to? What do I need to speak to them about? How many people do I need to sign up? And how can I do that? Then you can put the emotion back into it, okay? So I'm going to care about these people. I'm going to support these people. I'm going to get these people results. I'm going to actually care about their lives and delve in and create relationships and support them on a level that maybe they've never been supported before. Okay. So you bring the emotion back in, because I think coaching is a lot about emotions, but I think sometimes we also have to set them aside. Okay. We have to set them aside when we're breaking it down for our business. Because once you have the business set and you know that you need to reach out to 10 people, now you can bring your emotions back in and you can say, okay, who am I opening up to send love today? Who am I opening up to connect with today? Who can I support today? How can I support them? What do people need from me? And you can open up your heart and reach out to people with a mindset of, I know I'm sending love to 10 people today. Okay, so find a way to get a goal for whatever it is you're trying to achieve in a business attitude. Okay, and then when you come back to it, and now you have your goal of meeting 10 people or connecting with 10 people, now you can bring the relationships back into it. Okay, and connection, because you don't want to talk to somebody to say, hey, I'm trying to sell 10 challenge packs, are you going to sign up or what? That's not going to work, right? Like, that is not going to work. So we do still have to care and have that emotions and have those relationships, but not when you're setting your goals. Okay. When you're setting your goals, you want to advance rank. You want to get commission. You want to get your Shakeology paid for. Those are business goals. But in order for you to get a challenge pack sold, you're going to have to connect with somebody. Okay. Do you see how we have both of those aspects? So the rank is important. The signing up coaches, the getting commission, that's important. If I wasn't getting commission for being here, you guys, I wouldn't be able to be here. I would have to be massaging somewhere. So yes, the paycheck for me is important. It allows me to stay home every single day with my son and run this business from my computer. The commission is important. The rank I hold is important because that determines how big my team cycle bonuses are. Okay, so yes, those things are important. The business is important. How do we get that business? Making true, real things like she was talking about. And that's the thing that I really love the most of what she talks about is that, you guys, this stuff is, if you want to build a business, you want to retire your husband or go traveling or use your money for Christmas or whatever it is, then you got to know the numbers. You got to know what your commission is, how much you're bringing in. You know, like Sunil said, she's like, I'm getting back in the coach office every single day. That's so important for your business to know who bought product, who's buying product on coaches or my challengers. I'm giving them a shout out. Who bought a challenge pack? Whose subscriptions are delayed? Can I message them and just say, hey, sorry, your Shakeology is a little delayed. Do you need a couple samples until it gets in there? Right? Like, how can you take your business and then also make true connections and relationships and support people on a level they've never been supported before? Okay. I loved her video. I thought her video was really good. It actually like brings me like tingly at the end to like get that little burning chest feeling, a little teared up, but I love that. And you guys, all the videos are equally amazing. So please keep coming to the coach calls because we have 3-4 more videos. And then they keep posting more also. So I just saw that they posted another one. They had a top coach do a call in this group. So, I mean, there's so much information. And I just feel us continuing to level up every single time we learn something. So it is important to keep showing up here. It's important for you to encourage your team to show up here, or to encourage the other girls to show up, or at least send them the recording or post the recording to them. It is important. If you want to stick around, you're going to have to level up. Okay? Because where you're at right now, if you're still here next year, you're going to feel discouraged. Okay. You're going to be like, oh, I'm still just sitting here with one coach. Feel discouraged because you knew that you could have done more. You knew that you probably could have got that second coach. You knew you probably could have gotten better results if you just would have planned a little bit more, if you just would have time managed a little bit more, cared a little bit more, checked in with a few more people. You could have got that. I don't want to hear that from you guys. Okay. So we know now at the beginning of the year, we're going to have to set the time. We're going to have to set the mindset. We're going to have to set the level up. And then we're going to set the goals to meet it. We're going to have the support to meet it. We're going to have the girls to support it. Okay. But we all have to be in that same mindset. We can't have half here and half here. Like, everybody has to see the vision forward. Everyone has to see the growth. Everyone has to see that every single time we reach down and we pick up another girl off the floor and we enter her into our community, what she's experiencing. Everyone has to be on that same vision. And you guys, I've only had to remove one person from our team. It's because I felt there was no collective vision in it. She was not in the collective vision. And it hurt my heart to have to do that. But one person not in the vision can change the whole team. Okay. So everybody has to see that vision of, wow, we're here, but how many more women are out there struggling that need to be here? We all have to have that same feeling of reaching down and supporting in a way they've never been supported before. Okay. That's one thing that I've really noticed, just like us coming together and like being able to do stuff for Nicole or being able to do stuff for Tessa. You guys, that's a support And I've heard this several times just over the last week. They're like, I've never experienced support like that. Tessa said, I've never experienced support like that. It's hard to accept it because I don't even know what to do with it. Like, it's different. We're different. Okay. Embrace that, own it, and talk about it. Share it. Right? Like, how many times like, I posted it on my stories the other day, just quickly about how we've been able to send Nicole food. And then I kind of briefly talked about Tessa. I had so many people message me about that, or at least even just like heart my stories, or like, just like do the little like reactions or whatever. So many people were like, oh my God, I can't believe you guys did that. When we go above and beyond, it is going to move mountains. But we all have to have that collective vision and believe it like so freaking deep in our bodies that like nothing will deter us. Guys, if we've made it through COVID in 2020, like, y'all ain't going nowhere, okay? If you didn't quit last year, you ain't quitting now, okay? Like, you're here to stay. But yeah, so I appreciate you guys coming tonight. Sorry about the call if you guys tried to jump on Autumn's call and I gave you guys the wrong password. If you guys want, I will also remind you guys next Wednesday, there's another opportunity for you guys to jump on that call. I do think it's fun. I mean, obviously we spent the majority of the 30 minutes trying to find each other and take selfies with Autumn, but it was still definitely worth it and kind of fun. And I had a couple people message me. They're like, oh, you were on a call with Autumn? I'm like, yep. No big deal. So yeah, go ahead.
Jenny, I just want to come on and I'm just completely overwhelmed with what you guys did with taking care of them. And Camden just got a cute little a light up. Mike's trying to open it right now. He was over in the call and he's just like, when's Dad getting here? When's Dad getting here? I want my gift. I'm just like, Dad's coming. See, our Dad's coming. But I'm just so overwhelmed and I just appreciate you guys so much. Because he opened it and I turned the camera so you guys could see it and go back and watch it. But God bless you guys. I love you guys so much. So I just really appreciate you guys. So thank you from the bottom of my heart and Mike's heart and Camden's over here. Can you tell everybody thank you?
Thank you. You're welcome.
So, but I'm so glad I found you guys and you guys took me in and just love me like I love you guys. So thank you.
Absolutely. Honestly, it's the least we could do. I mean, really, it is like it makes us feel good too, to feel like we can do something, collectively for you in a way that it's like, maybe we can't all be there, but we can find a way to just like support you. And I don't know about you guys, but food is like my love language or something, because I am like, as soon as I hear somebody, I'm like, I'll send you food. It's like, I will get you food. Like, I don't know what it is about food. I'm always just like, we'll send, who do we need to send food to? Like, it's always my first go-to. So if anybody else has
Because
any other
it's so
idea.
absolutely hard. I mean, food is hard when you've got everything else and you're juggling, and that's one of the last things you do to take care of yourself, and it needs to be done. And I just appreciate it. The kids loved it, and we're hoping to get him out of here maybe tomorrow, but we haven't heard anything. But everything's falling into place and he's getting healthy. And they even said today that we started the platform with him, for why his body did what it did, because we've taken such good care of him up to that, with that. And they were giving us kudos. And again, like you said, that's hard to take, but they're right. It started at home and we were taking care of him. And so they're able to take it the rest of the way to getting back to where he was.
That's good. That's good. And sometimes we can go over and over, how did that happen? I don't know what happened, but the good thing is that you figured out what it is. It's being taken care of. And now you can take the steps to move forward. I think the hardest thing is being in that unknown where you were at, of just like, what is this? What's going on? But now you're like, okay, here's the answer. Here's what we're doing. And I know it's hard to like be like, I don't know if we're leaving tomorrow. It's okay. If you're not, I got food coming to your house tomorrow anyway. So I actually know, so there's Amy Mae's Tacos, if you've ever been there in Findlay. So I actually know the owner. And so we're going to hook you up with like a bunch of taco boxes. So you're getting tacos tomorrow. She does these like big family taco boxes. I was like, just send 2 of them. So
They
yes,
will love that. They love tacos.
good. I'll just tell her to like make a variety or something like that. I'm like, just send them whatever. So yeah, so don't worry about that. If you're not home tomorrow, they will have food. And if you need anything else, we're here. And I got some girls in Findlay. I didn't know if we had any girls like close to Findlay, but there are a couple coaches. Some of Alicia's coaches are closer to Findlay. So like truly, if you need food ran over or you need whatever ran over to them, you just let us know. Okay. We're your gophers. We'll go for anything.
Thank you, because I was ready to go find somebody who lives in Lima that had a shower, but they had one here because there's no shower in our room at all. So I'm like, I'm gonna see if there's a warrior woman in the Lima area because I need a shower.
Oh yeah, gosh, I don't know if I have one in Lima. That one's tricky. So, you know, I gotta get a coach in every freaking city, so we have everywhere covered. But I'm glad that you were on the call, and I'm glad that we got to hear from you too, and that you guys enjoyed the pizza and everything. So let us know if there's anything else. Okay, we're here, and that goes for anybody. Seriously, on this freaking call, if you need something, you have to speak up. You have to. Okay. And the good thing is that Nicole kept us in the loop. She just said, hey, you know, we're going through this. It's kind of hard. We're struggling, and we were right there. Right. We don't know what we don't know. And sometimes that's hard, right? To speak up, but don't be afraid to speak up here, because I think that this is like the best group to ever say anything like that to. Like, hey, I'm struggling. What do I do? Because you've got moms, you've got nurses and medics and teachers, and like you literally have like so many references right here with people that we could move friggin' mountains with this group, I'm pretty sure. Oh goodness. Oh, you have one in Ada. Ooh, that's pretty close, isn't it? I think that's over by in between Lima and Findlay. Is that right? Somewhere right in there. I have to remember that one. So we do need her. We have her on stack. All right, ladies, I'm going to head out of here. Thank you so much for coming this evening. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys got some good content. Maybe just getting your mind wrapped around that plan and creating a plan and understanding the business, and then leaning in with an open heart to find your people. Okay. And your people are going to be from somewhere you never thought. Okay. They're not going to be the people you think to join you or the person you thought was going to join you. Your people are going to come out of left field. Because if I think about all of you guys, we were friends before this. I didn't know you guys before this. Beachbody and the Warrior Women has brought us together. So you're going to have to search outside of your normal people to find your people. Okay. I had to be willing to go out and find you guys, like, or to find you, like, to, you know what I mean? Like, I would have never found Ellen. Let's just say that I would have never found Ellen. I had to find Tennille, who found Ellen, right? Like, maybe we would have eventually in the world, who knows? But I had to get out of my comfort zone and talk to Tennille. And then little did I know, Tennille knew all these girls that were going to join her, right? Like, and then Tennille didn't know Carrie, you know what I mean? Like, you never know who you're going to add to your team that's going to add to your team that's going to add to your team. You never know, but it's so never where you think it is. Okay. The people I thought that were going to join me and coach with me have me blocked on Facebook. They aren't even my friends anymore. Okay. So I'm just letting you know that the people that end up working this business with you are not the people you think it's going to be. It's going to be the person that comes out of the blue and pulls in and just says, hey, I'm here to do this with you. And you're like, holy crap, let's go. But be ready for them. Be ready for that person, and be ready for that opportunity, because sometimes we close ourselves off to those people because we don't know them or because we're not comfortable with them. And so we don't offer them coaching. But those are the exact people you need to offer. If I would have never offered Tennille coaching, she would never be here. And half the people on this call wouldn't be here either. Like, seriously, half the people on the call is your team, Tennille. If I wouldn't have said, Tennille, I think you should be a coach, and you've been like, okay, none of this would be here. Ellen, Carrie, Bethany, I think there was somebody else on here earlier that was part of your team too. Or like Brooke and Becky, like none of these people would be on our team, you guys. You guys wouldn't exist. And that's crazy to me because I can't imagine the team without you guys as well. So just look at it that way. You never know who you're going to add to your team that is going to spice your team up. Okay. It's totally fun. It's fun every step of the way. I can't wait for you guys. All right. I'm done talking. I'm just talking too long. All right. I love you guys. Have a good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Bye.